Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Cyberpunk 2077, which has been on a roller coaster, definitely. I am on the PC. I am enjoying it quite a bit, but yeah, it can be said it's probably been the worst launch I think I've ever seen. It's been up there. But if you're enjoying it on PC, I have to have a higher end PC really to enjoy it, but it's still got bugs, glitches, and it's also got a few exploits. We're actually going to be showing this off today. Not really an exploit, but the system doesn't work. Spiffing Brit showed this probably off a little bit better than I will, but I'm going to try my best to run you through this. I did know this early on in my playthrough, and I've kind of been exploiting it ever since a little bit. But let's get into our inventory. Gonna bring up your character. You are gonna want to put a lot of into technical ability. I think it is the most overpowered of all of the attributes. Really is. And crafting is so hilariously broken that it is spectacular. I cannot just emphasize how great it is. But we're gonna need to do this. You're gonna need to at least put a couple points in crafting. We'll get better as you go along as well. But let's talk about some of the necessities you will need to do in crafting. All right, this was a big one as well. I would recommend putting all 3 points into it. Every point is about 5%. Disassembling an item grants a 15% chance to gain a free component of the same quality as the disassembled item. Very importante, very importante. This one as well, it is very good. Reduces component cost of crafting items by 30%. Very, very important as well. And this one, I did have a couple people ask me, but don't you want to sell all that junk, get money? But don't worry, with this system, you basically have a license to print money. You'll never run out of money. You won't spend a lot of time in this crafting menu, I will tell you that, but oh, it's so beautiful, it's so worth it. Also, this one is getting more components when disassembling. This is a very important one as well. And crafting rare, you're going to need that and the epic items. And we haven't got quite legendary yet. I'm not quite there yet, but we're getting there. That's not really important. I kind of just did that one by accident. This is also very important. The Let There Be Light, the passive, reduce the component cost of upgrading items by 20% again. This one allows you to upgrade lower quality components into higher quality components. That will also come into play. Tune up, very important as well. And this one is also a really great thing as well. And it will pay off quite a bit. Grants a 20% chance to craft an item for free. This one as well grants a 10% chance to upgrade an item for free, because as you get up into the epic and legendary and you keep upgrading it, the cost can get kind of crazy. But alright, let's also talk about, because you also get skill progression as you're leveling up. It does go up to 20 ranks. Let's just talk about some of these ranks, because you thought you got a lot of bonuses here to crafting reduction as well, but it gets better. Yeah, you get a perk point chance. Crafting costs by 5% reduced. Another 5%, so that's 10%. New schematics. A chance to acquire components from crafting by 5%. And then rare components. Let's keep on going. It only gets better from here. Yeah, another 5%. Acquiring components, another 5%. Epic weapons. And then there's going to be more, another 5%. Reduce upgrade cost reduction by another 15%. The per points, that's for the iconic. Another 15% to upgrade cost reduction. So you're already talking about, yeah, about like at least by half. That just unlocks the last one to let you do the crazy science. So, very nice. And that's when the selling's really going to come in as well. You're going to have to grind a little bit in the menu, but it's worth it. But alright, let's get into the meat and potatoes of the video, though. We are going to want to go into crafting. I've done quite a bit of this. Alright. And this will really pay off anyway. I'm going to get some more components just to show this off. And keep an eye on the number every once in a while. I'm not getting lucky now. Yeah, you will get a free one. But it's a 20% chance, so it doesn't always happen. Well, I've had it happen a few times in a row, though. Alright. That should be enough. That should be enough. And now we're going to go up to, and you can do this with basically with the max stock 3 or even the max stock 2 here. Because you can see the reduction. We only need 3 uncommon item components and then 6 item components. So you don't need a ton. And you can do it with lesser items as well. Like if you want to start off with this, it's actually not really the most cost effective, but you can use that with max stock 1 as well. But we're going to show up a little bit more advanced because I found this one was actually pretty useful. Yeah, we're going to go with the dash. You can get this at a weapon vendor. I do believe you can find it's kind of random, but you'll come across in your travels. Yeah, an epic item costs 1 common item component and 1 uncommon item component. I can't really reduce that anymore, but let's get to crafting. Sadly, I just did. Oh yeah, we just got another one for free. And another free one. Another free one. You can see where I'm going with this, right? Yeah, let's just go with this for a little bit. You see, you're not really getting a ton of crafting XP up there. Yeah, it's not really great. But this is going to come in to be very important. And basically, I would also just scrap, and you're going to pick up about every fight, you're going to pick up about 12 guns, right? Scrap all those. Don't sell them. You get far more components out of that by just scrapping everything. That's why I always have a ton of crafting stuff. I scrap every gun I find. We craft up our own weapons, upgrade those. Been really great. I got a tech rifle that will basically headshot anything in the game. Yeah, just crafted that up really early on. All right, we probably are quite good. So let's actually go into our inventory now. We're going to go into our backpack. And we just crafted 48 grenades of these. And as you can see, I use common item components. Yeah, I just used up these up here. Uncommon items and uncommon items. But look what I'm getting back. I'm also getting back rare items. I'm getting back epic. And it kind of goes on from that, because if I craft up things over that, you will eventually start getting legendary item components back, legendary upgrades back. But let's disassemble this, and you will just kind of see that shoot up. There you go. And you can do this many other ways. Play around a little bit. The max stock 2 works very well, and even the max walk 1. You can do this style. I kind of wish I'd started doing this at the beginning of the game. I didn't figure it out until about halfway through. When I started to realize, because I really wanted to go into crafting, because I want to craft legendary items, stuff like that. But once you get the system rolling, it kind of just spirals out of control. Because later on, you see, I've got a ton of epic components, right? But let's go into crafting again. Because now I want to get all these legendary items, right? Like I want to get the legendary black unicorn. But we can't really get that until we get that artisan, the edge runner artisan. But I want to do that because, yeah, once you get edge runner artisan, it's only going to take me 6 epic items, which I have a vast amount of. And then usually on the vendors, these will go for 1,000 to sell you. But you can pick them up really easy peasy. A lot of knife guns you can craft up as well. Yeah, you can craft up this. Sell it for a good profit as well. It's pretty much about endless. Not very often. Once you get up a good base of the uncommon item components and the regular item components, you never really ever run out. It's quite an interesting pyramid scheme. It's great. It is fantastic. It actually does completely break the game if you start doing it. You will be way overpowered with all your weapons. It is just fantastic. I do love it quite a bit. It actually makes the game a bit funner, a little bit on the goofy side, but yeah. If you just get yourself, and a lot of these schematics, do be aware, like, these don't cost me like 50 eddies. I think this one cost me like literally 50 eddies, and it basically a license to print money. Yeah, you won't be able to craft epic items, but it'll take you a little bit into the game, but if you really focus on your tech ability, get all of this. Yeah, the sky is basically the limit. So I do highly encourage, if you do want to play it, if you do want to be severely overpowered, go in that tech tree. I don't really feel like they will fix it. I think they have, at least for a long time, they've got enough problems as it is. But yeah, I'd put in about probably 40 to 50 hours, I think, by now on PC and console. Checking out. I'm definitely mostly just playing PC because console is kind of a nightmare. But alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is pretty much how to get unlimited rare, unlimited epic. You'll get unlimited legendary. As many components you want to upgrade. It basically about never runs out. Occasionally, you might have to go buy some other components, but with you making all the money from the crafting, etc., it basically is an endless cycle. It will never really stop. And plus, you get a lot of other perk points. I would recommend putting about, like I did doing the tree, you do want to just get, yeah, workshop is a must. Cost optimization when you can grab it. Junk, I would just do that, just save yourself some time. X Nilo is very, very important because that will just, you will gain so much out of that. A little bit of a range rule sometimes, but I do highly recommend. And upgrading the lower quality components and higher ones, definitely want that. Since you're already gaining more than you could possibly get, you're going to get a ton of legendaries when that comes out. You're basically going to be able to go nuts. And also, yeah, let there be a light once again. Reduce the common cost of upgrading. And as you're doing all this crafting, exploiting, etc., you're going to keep unlocking these. And you're going to keep reducing it more. You're going to keep gaining more. It just basically kind of snowballs out of control. And I think I've spent the last couple hours just doing crafting. That's all I've done. It kind of gets addicting a little bit, but it's quite good. It's quite good. You'll be able to get all those cyber upgrades rather easy. It is a crafting a dream out there. But alright, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys enjoyed. Also, be checking out Spiffing Bread. He does go into it a little more detail, especially on the money side as well. But if you really want to get your max crafting, become supremely overpowered, I hope this does help out. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to hit that like button. This helps out a lot. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.